On this channel, I have no problem exploring any deck. No matter if people say it's good or bad, I will always give a deck a try. If it's, something I haven't played before, I just like Vanguard. But I will say, in today's video, I will be discussing a deck that, despite its name, was an extreme letdown. Ethics Buster, after talking about Reverse in my previous video, I was hoping for Extreme to live up to its namesake, but unfortunately, that was not the case. We will be heading on over to camera 2 to discuss my thoughts on Ethics Buster Extreme in the current V Premium format. And if you guys enjoy seeing videos like these, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell so you guys are always up to date on my newest videos coming out. Alright you guys, let's see who's on the chopping block today. We got 4 copies of Strongest Beast Deity Ethics Buster Extreme. Now, Strongest Beast Deity Ethics Buster Extreme, if you don't know what it does, I don't blame you. It has the following effect of Auto Vanguard Circle. When your unit with Beast Deity in its card name stands by a card ability, if your soul has Beast Deity Ethics Buster, this unit gets power plus 5,000 until the end of turn. Auto Vanguard Circle, once per turn, when your drive check reveals a card with Beast Deity in its card name, counterblast 1 and discard a card from your hand. Choose one of your rear guards with Beast Deity in its card name and the same grade as the card revealed in the drive check and stand-in. If you have 4 or more damage in your damage zone, all of your units with Beast Deity in their card name stand with the same grade as the stood unit. Now, because these cards are in tangent with one another, I'll just showcase both at the same time. We have Beast Deity Ethics Buster, its base form here, along with its extreme form. Now, Ethics Buster, to quickly gloss over, is when placed or wrote upon, you ditch a card, you stand this back up, even if it's already standing, you swing. If you hit, the unit that's on it or itself gets -1 drive, and then if you fail, the unit stands that's on it or this unit stands itself. Now, you might be wondering, a Vanguard that attacks, that fails, gets to do 4 drive checks, right? Here's the problem. If this succeeds while on this gets -1 drive, which takes away from its second ability, which is reliant on what you drive check. Oh my goodness, it's really, really awkward and super bad. Sometimes you don't even want to do that whole combo. If you're at 4 damage, you might just want to just straight up go into this. Yes, you lose on the first ability, but this deck is already awkward as hell to play. That's just the problem with this deck. It's super awkward. Ethics Buster Extreme's first ability actually isn't bad because it can turn itself into a match number when you're a restanding Vanguard, because since it says all of your Beastie units with the same grade as this, that means that if you stand up a grade 3 rear guard via its card ability and you have 4 or more damage, you get to restand Ethics Buster Extreme and you get to do it again. Hence the reason why it's a once per turn skill on the Vanguard, which isn't bad, theoretically speaking. But the problem is the fact that most people actually read cards that they don't know. So unfortunately, for that particular reason, Ethics Buster Extreme on this doesn't become good, because if your opponent's at 3 damage, it's going to be no Gardo, hope you don't double crit, and then this automatically sucks. Because it's -1 drive to its own skill, so if you grade check something that's not good with Ethics Buster Extreme for its own strategy, then you have no choice but to use its effect on the next turn. And that is really awkward to play together, considering the fact that Ethics Buster Extreme wants you to restand it, hence the reason why it's worded the way it is. On top of the fact that Ethics Buster Extreme can't even use its full restand ability until you're at 4 or more damage. And I just feel like the time period that this card came out, in V-Clan Collection 6, there's no reason why I should have had that clause. That skill is not that powerful for that clause. And then on top of that, this version of Ethics Buster Extreme is weaker than its Limit Break version. The Limit Break version just said if you drive check a Beast Deity, stand something. This card honestly should have just said counterblast 1, discard a card from your hand. When it attacks, reveal if you drive check a Beast Deity, stand something. And if you're at 4 or more damage, stand all of your rear guards. That's what this card should have said, and then you could have acquired power during your drive checks. But no, for whatever reason, Nova Grapplers once again had to be the punching bag of another set. It's just really disappointing to see a card that I really enjoyed during the Limit Break era. And if you don't believe me, I'll find it. Hold on, I'm really doing this. I'm pulling up the receipts. I have Ethics Buster Catastrophe. Oh look, it's the old Ethics Buster and Brainy Papiao. Actually good Beast Deity cards from Limit Break. Oh my god. Yeah, Ethics Buster Extreme could have been the saving grace and the best like BSDA unit if it was like its limit break form where it just stood all of your rear guards if you drive checked a Beast Deity. I don't know why they decided to go for this clause. I still feel like it would have been awkward with this, but at least it would have been way better than whatever the hell this is. For my next grade 3, I'm playing 3 copies of Beast Deity Illuminal Dragon. So an actually good Beast Deity, this card becomes a beat stick when you're on your rear guards and your attacks are successful, making it keep up with your other opponents on, force matchups. On top of that, if we don't ever get extreme, or for whatever reason we, just decide not to go into it, you'll never do that. But if you have to go into this over Ethics Buster to maintain the Excel 2 advantage as well as, keep up the aggression, this card is actually a pretty good secondary Vanguard. Actually a really good Beast Deity to build a deck around. And now for my grade 2s, I play 4 copies of Beast Deity Typhoon Bird. Now Typhoon Bird is the way, like I say in Ethics Buster Reverse, you accumulate more Beast Deities onto your board that are grade 1 or grade 3, which again is important for Ethics Buster Extreme since you want to restand a grade 3 so that you can restand Ethics Buster Extreme so that you get the whole board, at least your front row, standing back up. Hence the reason why you play 11 grade 3s in this variation. So you can search out for your Scarlet Birds, your Luminal Dragons, more Ethics Busters, just to give you more bodies on board to get ready for your attack patterns. 4 copies of Beast Deity Brainy Papillon. Since we just saw the old one, I actually like the old artwork better than this one. I don't know, this one just kind of like doesn't do it for me, but Beast Deity Brainy Papillon is your best resource piece. This card, when discarded from hand for, any of your effects like they already have, converts itself into a body on board that gives you an on-hit effect that is actually scary. It makes your attacks with Ethics Buster give you additional attack to set up for that. You draw a card, you bounce that card back to your hand, not taking away from your card economy and giving that unit additional power. And after sitting in dust for a millennia, it feels like, I am playing 2 copies of Beast Deity Black Tortoise. Now Black Tortoise is actually good in this deck. You can put it on an Excel 2 marker. It'll swing, and then once it restands, if it fails, you'll be able to set up with Ethics Buster Extreme. But the main reason why I'm playing this isn't even for the effect because I don't want to spend the resource on it. It's literally just for the name. Because Ethics Buster Extreme states Beast Deities with the same card name and same grade, Brainy Papillon will come onto the board at rest, and this card, will already have been used or something. So I need more Beast Deity grade 2s to play into the deck to get this active. Outside of its name, I never use this. The first effect never gets used. I didn't want to play Eclair in this deck this time because I don't want to discard more cards from my hand since I have a Vanguard that already discards from my hand. So I just felt like this was the better option to go. Yes, you lose out on the power from Eclair against like Excel and Protect decks, but it doesn't really matter. You can play Eclair over this. I just am keeping this for the name and the fact that I get to hold on to 1 more card in my hand. Moving on to grade 1s, I play 4 copies of Beast Deity Max Beat. Now, again, in this deck, I'm not playing the grade 3 searcher, so it's very important that I find my Beast Deity ride targets. I find Ethics Buster to ride into as soon as possible, Typhoon Bird or Brainy Papillon to ride into, get those pieces and get these cards at rest so I can, play the best Beast Deity card to accumulate more card advantage. 4 copies of Beast Deity Live Tauros. Another good Beast Deity card. This card is one of the other cards that actually restands one of your units, whether it be your Vanguard or your rear guards. So on place, it's great for that. On top of that, this card also has another on-hit effect that adds to the amount of pressure that this has, meaning that if this attack's successful, you can search your deck for a grade 3. So on your turns, when you swing with this, you can dig for Luminals, you can dig for Ethics Busters, whatever you need on the rear guard circle to help push your aggression in your offense, or at least help start setting up for your Ethics Buster into extreme play to actually make it scary. 4 card for the MVP, Beast Deity Scarlet Bird. This is your best Beast Deity resource card. You get to restand about your entire board. You get to also draw a card, and the beauty of it is, with Ethics Buster Extreme, you are able to accumulate approximately about, like, from my experience, like 15,000 power, making this card like a really scary number so that when it restands on top of the trigger effects you've accumulated and other abilities from using restanding your rear guards, your Ethics Buster Extreme actually becomes a scary Vanguard to deal with when it has those crits on it and other effects on top of all the on-hit effects you have with all of your other cards. And for the starter, we obviously play 1 copy of Beast Deity White Tiger. And now for my triggers, I play 4 copies of Red Lightning, 4 copies of Old Anchor, 4 copies of the Heel Guardian, and 4 copies of Twin Blader. With this deck, you want to keep it nice and simple as hell. You play 8 crit because you want to stack everything to the Vanguard to hopefully restand it. You play 4 Heel Guardians because this is Nova Grappler and you don't accumulate much card advantage, so you want to stop them with this. And then obviously 4 draw PGs because you want to draw cards, and I don't think this deck can play 12 crits. If it could play 12 crits, this is one of those decks I would, because you don't want to like draw into your Beast Deity targets for your effect, hence the reason why you have to max out all of your Beast Deity units once again. I would play 12 crits in this though, if I thought it was good and we had the resource to do that. Otherwise, Ethics Buster Extreme, if you're joking with your friends, go ahead and play it. If you want to play this competitively, play Ethics Buster Reverse. Ethics Buster Reverse is the way better deck. I have way more fun with that. This is really awkward for me. To get this to work, you have to give up the Vanguard restand just to, you know, get the power onto this. You apply the, I don't know. I just feel like this could have been so much better. Even if this was still -1 drive for me on hit, at least this could have done something. They really missed the mark with this card. Beast Deities could have had the chance to be one of the better Nova Grappler decks like Blau or Victor, but unfortunately, once again, it became the punching bag of the V series. And that's it for today's video, guys. I'm really like aggravated with this deck. Peace.